We just did a deposition yesterday, and her deposition, her case was the third one filed and the first one to allege force. And then she gives, and the world went wild over it. And Deshaun's reputation was horrible. For 30 days, we didn't even know who she was because they were filed anonymously. And then when we get to her deposition yesterday, she admitted under oath there was no force. He used no force against her. And this is the one that gave the biggest scream when it first started. Nobody really wanted to deal much with the fact that two different grand juries found there were no criminal events. A grand jury decides probable cause. Is there any basis for believing that there was a crime committed, whether it's a felony or a misdemeanor? And both of those grand juries found no probable cause to believe any crime at all was committed. That should have been given great sway because originally there were allegations that he used force against these women. It turns out that only 3 of the 22 lawsuits involved any allegation of force. And then when subjected to the investigation by law enforcement and presentation to a grand jury, it was found no force was used. There was no indication or crime involving any type of force. And as we've said, we believe, as Deshaun has insisted under oath, each of those 3 occasions were consensual and instituted by the women. But in the other 19 cases, there was no sexual activity. And Deshaun has already given 9 depositions, maybe 11 now, and sworn under oath that there was no sexual activity except those 3 incidents, and they were consensual. We have a tremendous social problem in this area. I totally agree. But the solution is not to assume every allegation is true. Each one ought to be looked at separately and judged on its own merits. And if that happens, we're comfortable that Deshaun has been telling the truth all along. He never did anything inappropriate with these women, and certainly he never harmed them and never did anything that was not consensual.